Welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble. Please stand by for the upcoming fight. This time the Skaven will face up against the High Elves and the Dark Elves.
So welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble and thank you for tuning in. This rat looks horrific. So these Plague Monks over here, very cool looking unit. This is a very special episode again because I'm playing a 2v2 with Janet on occasion. So very cool over here. And the most of you might know him because he has also her own YouTube channel. Janet is a really nice guy. He's a really skilled player, and as I said, he has his own YouTube channel. Quite similar content, so he's also do some battle casts and all that stuff, and very high quality content. And if you haven't seen him yet or haven't seen his channel or don't know Janet, please make sure that you check this out. I have a link in the description and you will like his content. It's really good, and yeah, check this channel out, and you will like that for sure. Then yeah, we spoke in Discord, and so we were in Discord channel, and actually this is not a custom battle or something like that. This is a 2v2 ranked battle, so very exciting, very cool. And this match is very close, so it's a very cool match. So let's start with Janet's army over here, and we can see, or we have 4 units of clan rats with shields in the front line. And as I said also in the former video, I like these little guys over here because if you take a look on the cost efficiency, these guys are very worth it. So they are quite cheap, but the performance against infantry is quite good, even if the stats are not that good. But as I said, they are quite cost efficient, and perform quite well against other infantry units. So I like these guys also. Very good over here, very good unit. Then we have Skaven Slave Slingers over here, very cheap missile infantry unit, also on both sides, on the left and on the right flank. Well, then we have this Goon Squad over here with the Quick Attacker, with the Assassin, and with the Warlock Engineer. Very good over here. So these 3 guys causing a lot of damage. You can snipe out enemy lords, dragons, monsters, and heroes, of course. And very good over here. These damage dealers over here, these duelists over here. Very good, very strong. Then we have Plague Monks over here on the back line, mid-range infantry unit of the Skaven, anti-infantry unit. In fact, the anti-infantry bonus is not that high. We have just 7 over here, but overall they perform very well against all the infantry units. Very good over here, 2 units. Then we have on the back line these Death Runners, and these are really the pure damage healers. So we have a huge speed, we have nearly 50 speed, we have a huge melee stats, we have melee attack of 36 and melee defense of 36. So these guys will perform very good in melee combat, and as I said, they are quite fast. Very good unit over here, very dangerous for enemy units or for our opponents. Then we have a Warp Lightning Cannon over here. You can see one is already offline because one of our opponent managed it to send one offline with the Eagle Club Bolt Thrower in the pre-combat. But anyway, the Warp Lightning Cannon is in my opinion the best artillery unit in the complete game because it is very accurate. It's causing a lot of damage. So if we take a short look on that, we have over here 200 missile damage, 260 ammo piercing missile damage, and we have a bonus versus large of 70. This is huge. You can, especially to snipe out enemy dragons, lords, and monsters. Very good over here. Then on Janet's right flank, we have Rat Ogres and Skaven Slaves with Spears. So very good to protect also the right side from flankings with the Skaven Slaves with Spears, but also of course to charge in the front line or to flank the enemy. I like this combination of the strong armor piercing Rat Ogres with the very defense with the Skaven Slave Spears, which are they have a lot of they have good melee defense stats. In fact, it's only 25, but they perform quite well, better than it might look like over here, especially against large units, of course. So they are able to hold the line for some time, and as I said, in this combination, this is quite good. Then let's go to my army composition over here. I have a group of Stormwomen in the front line, of course, for for defending or for against large units. Then I have on the sides, also on the right and on the left flank, Plague Monks. Directly behind that I have also Clan Rats for shields. So as I said, very good unit over here, and relatively spoken to the cost. So as I said, it's quite cheap and very cost efficient. Then on the left flank I have two groups of Poison Wind Globadiers. These guys cause a lot of damage to large units because they have an anti-large bonus. The missile damage is not that high, we have just 35, but we have armor piercing amount of that of 36, or plus the bonus versus large of 28. So this is a quite huge amount of damage, and very good for sniping out enemy units. The only disadvantage over here is that the range is quite small, so we have just 85. So they have to be very close to the target. They will to the enemy or to the target they will shoot on. Then the backline Skaven slaves with spears to protect the backline. Plague Monk Stanza Arrows over here, most elite infantry unit of the Skaven, with causing a lot of armor piercing damage, and yeah, very good over here also in the backline. So I can decide on which spot on the front line I have to support my front line or I have to send them. Then I have also two assassins over here, very good for sniping out enemy units, enemy lords. And I have a let's stop course for a second. I have a Gracia with Law of Plague over here. So in my opinion, the Law of Plague is the more competitive one. I have just 3 spells, Plague, Vermintide, and the dreaded 13th spell. So this Gracia is quite cheap, so you can deploy him for about 1000 credits with these three spells. And in my opinion, so Lord Scroll is quite expensive then. So I like to bring him always to save money. Then I have Clan Rats for Spears on this side, protecting my artillery, and you can see also I have a Deathclaw Catapult and Warp Lightning Cannon, and on the hillside I have also Clan Rats for Spears, protecting here this hillside. Then let's go to my opponent, to our opponents. We have Silverhelms over here, and you guessed it, he would like to sneak around this hill over here to send my artillery offline. We have a very wide formation over here mixed with wide lines of Krays and Spearmen. So for a high elf player, a very wide front line over here. Then we have different type. So we have widespreaded or spreaded archers. So we have one here is already routing from causing placed several hits with the Deathclaw Catapult, but the other ones are still online. 3 archers over here, very good, especially against the Skaven. In the last line, very far away, we have the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, 2 units, also very good for constantly shooting on the front line. Then we have a Tactless and a Noble. War Hydra over here from the Dark Elf player, and the Cold One Chariots. So these guys, they are looking so cool with this. They are so beautiful with this large wheel over here. So very cool. But I'm not sure about the performance. I barely see them on ladder, so I don't saw them very often. So I cannot say how is the performance, but they should perform quite well especially against the Skaven. Then we have Black Orc Coursers, pure damage dealers, and Witch Elves. Black Orc Coursers and Witch Elves are very terrifying front line, and as I said, the Dark Elves have a really, really good matchup, especially against the Skaven with all these damage dealer units, and so a very terrifying front line here with all these damage dealers, and very strong build of our opponent also. Then we have a Malekith, and on a Code One, another group of Silverhelms, and over here in the forest we have Cold One Knights, 2 groups, and a Death Hack. And the Death Hack is so strong, especially against the Skaven, with this Death Hack causing a lot of fear and terror. And this, in my opinion, this Death Hack is, as I always say, it's designed to compete against these low-tier Skaven units, and they will rout off, and very, very, very strong pick over here. I also think in some matchups it might be good if you bring 2. So I think that can be worked quite well. So let's start over here with the charge in. You can see over here now the right flank from on Janet's side is quite overwhelmed over here. But let's see how it works out, and let's start over here with the charge in. You can see very good from Janet over here to pull out these plague monks to attack these black orc coursers over here. Very good over here to pull them out to attack these black orc coursers, and very good over here. You can see I I started shooting with my Deathwind Globadiers on his War Hydra, and as I said, the Deathwind Globadiers with their anti-large bonus, they are so strong, and but the leadership drops quite fast on the Death Hydra, but she will regenerate over here. So here we can see the right flank is quite overwhelmed. This is a big problem, and also the Code 1 Knights kick in from behind. But on the middle over here, Janet has the complete control and can manage it to rout off here some Black Orc Causers. And now there is a wild fight, and you can see his Poison Wind Globadiers directly shoot on this blob over here, causing a lot of damage to these Silver Helms actually. Very good over here to rout off these units. On my side also a wild fight going on, and you can see, as I said, the Silver Helms tried to sneak this little sneak attack over here to sneak up on the hill and to attack my artillery here, but you can see these clan rats with spears are really able to hold the line against these Silver Helms over here, and you can see now the Silver Helms have to turn around, and yeah, I was able to chase them off over here. But in the middle it's quite equal, or we trade quite even over here, we can say that. So my Stormwarmer and my clan rats with shields can hold the line against White Lanes of Craze and another group, but it's quite even over here. Now you can see here this Phoenix. Let me make a short cinematic over here. This Phoenix spell actually damaged me a lot. You can see that. This was very good of our opponent here to cast this spell into my front line over here. You can see that granats with shields are shaken. Very good of our opponent, but also the Spearman. As I said, we trade quite even over here. But over here I was able to kill the Tactless over here because he overcommitted the fight. And you can see I was able to, with my 2 assassins, to kill the Tactless over here. And here everything broke up on both sides, so also my units are routing, and also the White Lions of Craze. And because it was very important to hold the line or to save the artillery, to cause all this damage to the missile infantry over here, because I have nothing else to do this. So it was very important to that the Deathclaw catapults stay alive to shoot on these archers over here. So on the right side, very wide fight going on over here. We have a still very healthy Head Taker. Also on this side, everything trade quite even. We have routing units coming back over here, and also over here on the side of Janet's side. So everything trades quite even. Also over here, the War Hydra is heavily damaged, but as I said, she has a lot of regeneration, and she can regenerate herself quite fast. But also here we have a quick Head Taker, and quite healthy one. And but now you can see with the rest of the army of Dark Elf army, we will now join the fight on the left side. And also here I have some units left, and a little reformation going on over here on this side. Collect my units, reformate. As I said, little reformation over here. You can see constantly fire from the archers on my front line, and also the Stormwarmer here shaking. And so yeah, on this side, as I said, Janet has a really healthy assassin, and also the Squeak Head Taker are actually out of control because of the Witch Elves. And well, as I said, the problem is the Death Hack overall. So the Death Hack is, as I said, causing so much fear and terror and so much damage. And now we have also the Clan Rats with shields join the fight over here. So very wild fight going on over here. But on this side, I was able to compete against his infantry, but I was not able to clean that off at the back line over here. The infantry trade quite even, or I was able to send off the Spearmen and the White Lions of Craze, but I was not able to clean their backline off here, and it was quite close. Also my Gracia is very heavily damaged, and yeah. But over the time you can see that both Warp Lightning Cannon and both artillery units are out of ammunition now, run out of ammunition. Very good over here. And also his archers run out of ammunition, you can see that. A little bit ammunition left. But soon everything... Well, you can see over here, the death hack kicks in and everything gets terrified. As I said, this death hack causing so much fear and terror, and it's such a strong unit, so all nearby units that are heavily damaged, have not so much hit points left, get terrified instantaneous. So it's such a strong unit. You can see everything terrified on my army over here. Everything broke up and routes. Very good over here from our opponent. So of course I started shooting with the warp lightning cannon on the death hack, but yeah, now it's runs out of ammunition, and yeah. So on Janet's side, we have still this Greek head taker performing very well, also against the noble. So it's very healthy, still very healthy. And also on this side, we have some routing units from his side come back and here on the attack the silver helms over here and clean this up, but they will return shortly and join the fight over here. And also here, little reformation, little collect my units over here, and you can see now from behind there is a group of Black Arcausas attacking these catapults here, but I was able to clean that up. Also on both sides, so also our opponents collect their units over here on this side, reformation over here, and yeah. So as I said, also here, routing units come back from Janet's side, and now kicking in or joining here the fight against the Silver Helms, and they are able to clean that up over here. So I have a small army left, but quite efficient, or quite strong, and is now he will now move forward on the top side over here, and yeah. So now here the rest of my army now fighting his War Hydra, and the War Hydra, as I said, is quite heavily damaged, and also get now a leadership drop and reduces the leadership, the melee stats from this ability from the assassin, and but still 700 health hit points left, and you can see everything broke up, everything gets terrorized. This is just too much over here. I was not able to hold the line against all these units, especially also the death hack comes in, and also the War Hydra causing fear and terror, and they get all terrified. They're shaking and routing also, and really good of our opponents over here. But you can see now Janet moving on over here to the top. So very good over here. He managed to clean everything up over here. You can see this huge battlefield over here. Such a nice battlefield. And now he's joining the fight and runs to the top side over here, on the back side, to kill all these archers. And so we have also these cannon crews over here. Also on my side, I sent him my cannon crews shortly because we run all units, all missile infantry artillery units ran out of ammunition. You can see here such a close fight over here. We have also the Cold Run chariots over here in this fight now routing. The Greek head taker managed to kill it, or to damage the Cold Run chariot so much that it gets routes off. And also the cannon crew, of course, they will have no chance even against these clan with shields, and the very heavily damaged Greek head taker, they will get killed very fast. And as I said, also these archers over here, and they have no ammunition left. So Janet cleaned everything up here on the back side, but unfortunately I was not able on the front side. Here you can see my cannon crew now fighting the spearman, and so this is in fact not an equal fight. This is the spearmen are really able to, these low-tier spearmen, low-tier infantry of the High Elves are really able to kill all these cannon crews and stuff. But some rounding units can come back, the clan rats with spears, and also you can see some archers are shaking, also the spearmen, because they get a little bit overwhelmed now. And as I said, some routing units come back over here, and Janet was really able. Janet cleaned everything up on the back line over here, so everything routes off. You can see that, and now he's joining the fight over here. So very good of him to directly move to the backside over here, clean everything up on the backside, and now joining the fight over here. But at this moment, also my last unit, my my cannon crews break or gets routing now, and you can see now we have the final stand over here. Final stand. Janet with his rest of his army and also the rest of the army of our opponent reformation over here, and now we have to charge in and enjoy the fight over here. Very cool. So unfortunately a defeat, but I would like to show you this because it was such a close game, and I do not remember, I don't think, it's a long time ago till I played a game in which all missile infantry and cavalry units run out of ammunition. So it was a really close game, and if all units get run out of ammunition, you know it was a good game. So very good over here. So let's take a short look on our armies. You can see the amount of units over here from Janet's side and from my side is really quite equal. And also our army, our builds are not that, they are quite similar. So we have on Janet's side Red Ogres in here, and the Red Ogres are very good, especially against the Dark Elf. You need the Red Ogres against them. So they perform quite well. They were on the side on the beginning on the right flank, and the right flank gets really overwhelmed, as I said. But the Quick Head Taker performed so well. We have 125 kills nearly, and he was still alive till the end. So if you take a short look on our opponents over here, we have a lot of kills. It's difficult to say because all these kills are against Skaven, but I think especially the Death Hack performed quite well. We have 160 kills over here, and of course the War Hydra and all these damage dealers, especially the Witch Elves, with a lot of melee stats, very good melee stats over here. So unfortunately a defeat, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Janet. Thank you to our opponents also. We will do more games. I will do a lot of more games with Janet shortly, and hope you enjoyed that match. We won also. We made several games last week, and the most we won, I think. But this was, I think, if you take a look, or how I can say that, it's the closest one we had. So it is a very close one. It was very exciting, even if we lost this game, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a great game. So thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you on the next episode of Royal Rumble, and yeah, have a nice evening. Thank you.